How to become a better writer? Well, a lot of people come back with different answers to this question. Some say that you're born with writing talent. Some say that enough amount of practice will get you there. And some would say that reading a lot of books will make you a better writer. While all of these answers are true and correct in some shape and form, there is something missing in this. The red thread is to read with intent. When you are trying to become a good writer or a better writer, you need to do better reading in order to be a better writer. So, hello everyone, this is Nidhi Singh and you're watching This is Digital Marketing. Let's get to lesson number 2 and understand how will you become a better writer. You remember when we were kids and we started to learn? We started by drawing some stick figures and we didn't know what is the meaning of those alphabets. And then those horizontal and vertical lines over a period of time started to mean alphabets. And then gradually those alphabets, by clustering them we started to make words, and those words eventually went on to make sentences. And that's how we started to learn and comprehend those sentences. But over the course of life, we just paused at consuming words and understanding a story. We didn't take it any further. But when I'm talking about reading with intent, what I mean is you need to start analyzing the structure of sentences. You need to see how those words make you feel. You need to see when you compare one sentence with another sentence, and when both the sentences are trying to communicate the same thing, how these two make you feel differently. There are some ads that we see compel us to take certain action, while others we see are just plain basic and boring. What is the difference? What is it in the compelling ad that makes us read it again and again, or even take certain action? What is about a song that sticks in our head, and what is about the other songs that never really comes in our see again radar, right? What are some dialogues that you remember, and why do you remember them? What is so special about them? What emotions does it evoke, right? So when we start reading with the intent to understand what is it that grabs our attention, that's when you are reading with intent to become a better writer. And one practice that I have inculcated in my journey to be a better writer is to capture all the lines that I really love, all movie dialogues, all songs, and just be with that piece of content for some time. Take some time to just pause and appreciate what I really like about it. And that has helped me immensely to be a better writer. Now that you have understood the step 1 to become a better writer is to read with intent, I would say let's do a quick exercise to make you a better writer actually. What you need to do is you need to take a pen and paper and take notes of your current writing weaknesses. For example, if you don't know what are the right words that you need to choose to write certain things, then you should write this as point number 1. This is my weakness number 1, that I want to choose better words to become a better writer. And then take a book and start reading and start taking notes of how this writer chooses different words to describe certain things. For example, one very good example that I have came across during a session is using one word, say happiness, to come up with different words for happiness and form sentences out of it. So let's work on your weakness number 1. For example, happiness could mean joy, it could mean delight, it could mean bliss, it could also mean pleasure and elation. So see how these words like satisfaction could also mean joy, right? How these different words make you feel, and when you use these different words in sentences, they create meaning. That meaning is going to be, for example, I am feeling joyful today, versus oh, I am delighted, versus what a blissful day, right? So these are sentences which are all describing joy in different shapes and forms. So yes, we discussed about one of the weaknesses this second weakness that commonly people mention is my writing just sounds like anyone else's writing, right? Because whatever first idea strikes my head to describe something or to write something, it just sounds very plain and basic. Let me give you an example. So I'm sitting here and shooting this video, and right next to me, wait, let me show you, is a lot of greenery. And if I ask you to describe the trees that you see, you would say something like, I can see very strong and sturdy tree. They are moving in the air, and they are lush green. Now let me give you another version which I have made after doing couple of iterations. I would say something like, the tree stood tall with branches extending outward, covered in lush green leaves. Their trunks were sturdy and brown and firmly rooted in the ground. Birds nested among their branches and squirrels scurried up and down. See how these two descriptions are very, very different from one another? How is it possible? Because when you write the first draft, it is the first idea that strikes you and many other, right? And when you start paying attention to what you're really observing and what you're really feeling while watching those trees, I can see lush green leaves, right? I can also see that birds are living in the tree. And then I also see that squirrels are scurrying up and down. You might not have the right words to describe these things at one go, but you can always go on the web and check for the right words. You can always check for synonyms. But to make this observation, even ChatGPT cannot do, right? You have to make that observation in order to write. And that's what I was trying to explain in my first lesson as well, that it is first about having clarity of thought. It is first having an idea. Once you have the idea, once you have the brief, then when you write, it is much more impactful writing. And with that thought in mind, we wrap up our lesson 2, which was about becoming a better writer. So hope you're following the entire series. I have also created a playlist. Do check it out and do comment and let me know if you have any specific questions. I would love to answer and in fact make certain videos around your queries as well. So yes, this is Nidhi Singh signing off from This is Digital Marketing. You're watching Content Writing mini series. Bye bye.